Testing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kyle Evans. I will be filling in for Tim Watson tonight. You couldn't ask for a better day of baseball here at Colburn Park. In about 10 minutes, your Newark Pilots will take on the Utica Blue Sox. The Pilots come in looking to snap their 4-game losing skid with a win tonight. Mike Scully gets to start as he will try to help them do just that. Scully is coming off an excellent outing against the second-place Geneva Red Wings 6 days ago. He tossed 6.2 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and struck out 3. He also picked up his first win of the season. He's 1-2 overall with a 3.37 ERA this season and 16 innings pitched. Now here's your Newark Pilots starting lineup. Leading off playing second base is Michael Gorman. Batting second and playing third base is David Bermudez. Batting third in the DH, Alan Murphy. Batting cleanup and playing shortstop, Dylan Dupulshan. Batting fifth and playing first base is Sean Hillis. Batting sixth and doing the catching is Tate Ballestero. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jordan Theodore. Hitting eighth is the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Ryan Lee. And as mentioned, Mike Scully will be on the mound for the Pilots. And here's the Utica lineup. Leading off the shortstop, Tyler Simon. Batting second, the DH, Robbie Young. Batting third, the second baseman, Luis De Leon. Hitting cleanup is the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. Playing left field is L.J. Bryant. Hitting sixth is the first baseman, Dewey Rodin. Hitting seventh is the third baseman, Alex Cornell. Hitting eighth is the catcher, Tim Mira. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Aaron Pavisky. On the mound for Utica will be Andrew Hill. He's 1-2 this season with a 5.03 ERA and 19.2 innings pitched. He struck out 25 and walked 14 and allowed 16 hits. We will be back in about 7 minutes for the first pitch. Welcome back to Colburn Park. Mike Scully's about to take his warm-up tosses. Again, I'm Kyle Evans, and I'm filling in for Tim Watson. The first hitter that Scully will face will be the shortstop, Tyler Simon. And we're just about ready to go. Scully's ready. Simon's ready. And let's do it here in Colburn. The first pitch is lined into right, and that'll be over Fyodor's head and up against the wall. Simon will get a stand-up double here to start this one off. Batting second for Utica will be the DH, Robbie Young. And the first pitch hits the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 bounces in the dirt, 1-1. And lined up the middle, rounding third is Simon. He's coming home. The throw from Reynolds will not be in time, and the Utica Blue Sox take a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Now batting, the second base, number 29, Louis De Leon.
Young gets his lead. Scully deals. Just high, ball one. Scully delivers the 1-0, and that one's grounded to Dupulshan at short. He throws to Gorman, on to second, on to Hillis at first. Not in time.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 6, Josh Hatcher.
Batting fourth for Utica will be the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. Hatcher steps up to the plate with a runner on first and 1 out. And Scully throws over to first. One 0 to Hatcher. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed, 1-1. And De Leon takes off at first. Throw to second will not be in time, and that's a stolen base. So Hatcher has a runner in scoring position. And that one's lined back to Scully, and it'll be caught for the second out of the inning. Some quick reaction time by Mike Scully there. And batting fifth for Utica will be the left fielder, L.J. Bryant. And Bryant takes the first pitch up for ball one. De Leon gets his lead off from second. And the 1-0 is grounded to third. Bermudez throws to first, and that'll end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits there in the top of the first for Utica. On the mound for Utica tonight will be the right-hander, Andrew Hill. Hill is 1-2 this year with a 5.03 ERA and 19.2 innings pitched. He's walked 14, allowed 16 hits, and struck out 25. The first batter that he will face tonight is the second baseman, Michael Gorman. As of late, Gorman has been getting a lot of starts at second base. He seems to have found his swing lately. We'll see if that continues tonight.
Leading off for the Pilots, the second baseman from Carver, New York, number 3, Michael Gorman.
And Gorman steps into the box and seems to not like the way the dirt is right now as he's kicking at it. And he's about ready to go. And Hill throws the first pitch just up, and it'll be 1-0. The 1-0 to Gorman is swung on and missed, 1-1. And 2-1. And the 2-1 to Gorman is fouled back. And it'll be 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is lined into center, and that'll be a leadoff single for Michael Gorman. As mentioned before, his at bat, he seems to have found his swing, and that showed right there. And next up for the Pilots will be the third baseman, David Bermudez. As Gorman gets his lead off at first. Hill gives him a look and fires it in there, and Bermudez fouls that one off. 0-1. And Hill fires over to first, and that one gets away, and Gorman's going to get up and head up to second. That'll be a throwing error on the pitcher, Andrew Hill. So Bermudez has an opportunity with Gorman at second to drive him in. And the 0-1 to Bermudez is fouled away. It'll be 0-2. Gorman gets his lead off at second. Hill looks back at him and delivers the 0-2 pitch, and that'll be up for ball one. And Hill looks in at the signs, gets it, sets, looks at Gorman at second, delivers the 1-2, and that'll be popped up to center. Pervisky will make the catch, and that'll be 1 out.
Now batting, the designated hitter from Richburg, New York, number 5, Alan Murphy.
Hitting next will be the DH tonight, Alan Murphy. Murphy has been a little banged up lately. That's why you haven't seen him in the field. And he will be the DH tonight. And Gorman gets a big lead at second. He's taken off, and he slides in safely. Michael Gorman sure has wheels, as he always seems to be a threat on the base paths. The 1-0 to Murphy is way outside, 2-0. The 2-0 to Murphy is taken for ball 3. The 3-0 is up high, and that'll be ball 4. Murphy draws a 1-out walk.
Shortstop from Monroe, Louisiana, number 7, Dylan Duplashaw.
Hitting cleanup tonight will be the shortstop, Dylan Duplashaw. He comes up with 1 out and runners on first and third. And Hill looks over to first at Murphy and delivers the first pitch to Dupleshan, and that'll be a ball one. The 1-0 to Dupleshan is up high, 2-0. Andrew Hill seems to have lost the strike zone. The 2-0 to Dupleshan is swung on and fouled back just over the press box. It'll be 2-1. And Hill looks in at the signs. He gets it. He sets. He delivers. And that'll be ball 3 inside. And the 3-1 to Dupleshan will be ball 4. And the bases are loaded. And that'll bring up the first baseman tonight, Sean Hillis.
From Derby, Connecticut, number 10, Sean Hillis.
Hillis usually catches, but tonight they have him at first. We'll see what he can do here with the bases loaded, 1 out. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. Excuse me, the first pitch is in there for a strike. And Hill sets and delivers. And just high, 1-1. The 1-1 is popped up, but that'll be just over the fence, and it'll be 1-2. Hill gets set, delivers, and Hillis fouls another one off. It remains 1-2. Hill gets set and delivers, and Hillis grounds one just foul down the third baseline. And we will do the 1-2 all over again. Hill gets the signs, comes set, delivers the 1-2, and that'll be inside for ball 2. 2-2. Hillis has put together a pretty good at bat so far. Let's see if he can find a gap. The 2-2 is swung on and flied out to right. Gorman's tagging from third, and he will score. And the Pilots have tied this game at 1 here in the first.
Now then, the catcher from Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Tate Ballestero.
Next up will be the catcher tonight, Tate Ballestero. Ballestero's been getting regular starts at catcher, and that's why Hillis is at first tonight. He'll come set, delivers, and that'll be a ball inside. So first and second with 2 outs for Ballestero. And the 1-0 to Ballestero is high, 2-0. The 2-0 to Ballestero is up for ball 3. The 3-0 misses, and that's a 4-pitch walk for Tate Ballestero.
Now then, the right fielder from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, number 15, Jordan Fedor.
Next up will be the right fielder, Jordan Theodore. But first, we will have a mound visit. Hill seems to be blaming the mound for his struggles. And the first pitch to Fedor is up for ball 1. The 1-0 to Fedor is ball 2. Hill is certainly laboring through this first inning. The 2-0 to Fedor is in there for strike 1. The 2-1 to Fedor is swung on and grounded to second. De Leon flips to Simon, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Pilots tie the game at 1 on 1 hit in the first as we head to the second. Leading off for Utica will be their first baseman, Dewey Roden. And Scully delivers the first pitch, and that one bounces before the plate, and it'll be 1-0. And they are shifting on Roden. And Scully misses way up for 2-0. And Scully delivers the 2-0. And that one hits the outside corner. 2-1. And the 2-1 to Roden is ball 3. 3-1. And Scully walks him on 5 pitches to start the second. Next up will be the third baseman, Alex Cornell. Roden gets his lead off from first. Scully looks over and delivers the first pitch, and that'll be up for ball 1. And Scully misses again, 2-0. Ballestero goes out to talk to him, and so does David Bermudez. So 2 balls, no strikes. And Scully delivers. And that one swung on and missed. 2-1. Scully gets the signs. Comes set. Takes a look over at first and delivers. And drops in a breaking ball. And it'll be 2-2. The 2-2 misses. 3-2. Let's see if the runner at first will be going here on 3-2. And he does. And that'll be a strikeout and a throwing error on the catcher as it goes into center field.
Now then, the catcher, number 21, Tim Mira.
Next up for Utica will be their catcher, Tim Mira. And the first pitch to Mira is up 1-0. Scully seems to be missing a lot with his fastball just up in the zone. The 1-0 is grounded to third. Bermudez fires it to first, and Hillis can't scoop it, and he will reach.
Now then, the center fielder, number 15, Aaron Provisky.
Next up for Utica will be the center fielder, Aaron Pervisky. He comes up with runners on first and second and 1 out. Scully looks in, gets the signs, comes set, and delivers the first pitch. And Pervisky pops it up into foul territory. Ballestero's back, but it'll go over the fence. So it'll be 0-1 to Pervisky as Scully looks in to get the signs. Scully gets it, comes set, and delivers it, and Pervisky fouls another one off, 0-2. The 0-2 is popped up to center field. Cameron Reynolds comes in and makes a sliding catch, and that'll be the second out.
The shortstop, number 2, Tyler Simon.
And next up for Utica will be their shortstop, Tyler Simon. He doubled his first time up. On the first pitch. And Scully delivers 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me. The 0-1 to Simon is in the dirt, and that one gets by Ballestero and to the backstop, and the runners advance. So now there are runners on second and third with 2 outs for Simon. And that one misses, 2-1. The 2-1 to Simon is grounded to third. Bermudez throws it to first, and that'll end the inning. And leading off for the Pilots here in the second will be the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds. Hill delivers the first pitch, and that'll be in the dirt, 1-0. And 2-0. The 2-0 to Reynolds is up for 3-0. Reynolds comes into this game hitting 200 on the season. And the 3-0 is in there. Strike one. The 3-1 is swung on and missed. 3-2. And that'll be a walk for Cameron Reynolds to lead off the second inning.
Now then, the lefter from Fredericksburg, Virginia, number 20, Ryan Lee.
Next up for the Pilots will be their left fielder, Ryan Lee. Lee comes into this game hitting just 147, so he'd like to increase his average a little bit here with a single. And the first pitch is in there, 0-1. Hill gets the signs, comes set. The 0-1 is popped up into center. Pervisky will make the play, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the second.
Now then, the second baseman from Carmel, New York, number 3, Michael Gorman.
Next up for the Pilots will be their leadoff hitter, Michael Gorman. Gorman singled his first time up and came into this game hitting 188. Reynolds gets his lead at first. And Reynolds takes off and goes to second. And he slides in there. And he will be safe as the throw was on the other side of the bag. So Gorman has a runner in scoring position. The 0-1 to Gorman bounces, and Reynolds will go to third standing up. One to Gorman. And Gorman fouls it back. 1-2. The 1-2 to Gorman is fouled off again. The 1-2 to Gorman is line to right, and that'll get a run in as Reynolds tags from third. And your Pilots take a 2-1 lead.
The third baseman from East Brunswick, New Jersey, number 8, David Bermudez.
Next up for the Pilots will be the third baseman, David Bermudez. He comes up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. The first pitch to Bermudez hits the outside corner, 0-1. Bermudez came into this game hitting .281. And Bermudez grounds one to third, and it's off the chest of Alex Cornell, and Bermudez will reach.
Now back, the designated hitter from Richmond, New York, number 5, Alan.
Next up is the DH, Alan Murphy. Murphy came into this game hitting .350. And the first pitch to Murphy is grounded to short. Simon flips it over to De Leon, and that'll end the inning. Leading off for the Utica Blue Sox will be the DH, Robbie Young. Young has the Blue Sox only RBI today after he singled in the first. He shows bunt, but it'll be in the dirt, so it'll be 1-0. Scully gets the signs and delivers. The 1-0 drops in there, and it'll be 1-1. The 1-1 to Young is in there again. Strike 2. And Young grounds one to Hillis at first. Hillis throws it over to Scully, and they get the out. Scully took an awkward step there at first, but still found the bag to get the out. Next up will be the second baseman, Luis De Leon. De Leon came into this game hitting .350. And Scully drops in the first pitch to him, and it'll be 0-1. The 0-1 misses. 1-1. The 1-1 is popped up into the infield. Dupulshan will make the play, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Now then, number 6, Josh Hatcher.
Now batting will be the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. Hatcher lined out to Scully his last time up, and he came into this game hitting .406. And that one bounces in the dirt. It'll be 1-0. And they check with the field ump, and they said he did not go, so it will remain 1-0. The 1-0 bounces again. 2-0. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. 2-1. The 2-1 from Scully is grounded to first. Hillis fields it and steps on first, and that'll end the inning. So after 2.5 innings, your Pilots still lead 2-1. Leading off of the Pilots here in the bottom of the third will be the shortstop, Dylan Dupulshan. Dupulshan came into this game hitting .299, and he walked in the first. And the ball one to Dupulshan. The 1-0 is fouled off down the right field line, and it'll be 1-1. The 1-1 to Dupulshan is grounded foul off from the Parker's Party patio. The 1-2 is fouled off, looks like his foot, and he is down on home plate. And the umpire walks the ball out to Hill to give Dupulshan a minute. And Dupleshan looks to be okay. And he will stay in the game. He adjusts his batting gloves, gets back into the box. Hill gets the signs and delivers the 1-2. And Dupleshan grounds out to third. And they just get him at third, or at first. And Coach Quinn does not like the call there, as it sure did look like he beat that one out. Quinn has a few words for the field ump. And Quinn's still talking to the field ump. And that conversation comes to an end. But Quinn clearly is still not happy about it. So next up for the Pilots will be the first baseman, number 10, Sean Hillis. He picked up an RBI in the first inning on a sac fly. And the first pitch is in the dirt to Hillis, and it's 1-0. Hill seems to be doing a lot of stretching out there on the mound. And the 1-0 to Hillis is swung on and missed. 1-1. And the 1-1 to Hillis is fouled straight back, and it'll be 1-2. Hill gets back on the mound, gets the signs, and delivers the 1-2. And that one misses up, and it'll be 2-2. The 2-2 to Hillis is fouled off down the right field line. And it will remain 2-2. And the 2-2 to Hillis again is outside, and it'll be 3-2. The 3-2 to Hillis is popped up into foul territory. The third baseman runs over, and it'll be into the Parker's patio again. Hillis is putting together a pretty good at bat so far, following off pitches and making Hill work. And the 3-2 to Hillis is lined into the gap in center field, and Hillis will get a one-out single here in the third.
Now the catcher from Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Tate Ballestero.
Next up for the Pilots will be the catcher, Tate Ballestero. He walked his first time up, and he came into the game hitting .265. So Hillis is getting his lead at first, and the first pitch to Ballestero is in there for a strike, 0-1. Hill looks over at Hillis. Comes set. Delivers the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Hill taking a long time looking in at the signs, and Ballestero calls time. And he throws over and picks off Hillis there at first. He caught Sean Hillis sleeping there. So there will be 2 outs. The 1-1 to Ballestero is up high for 2-1. And that'll be ball 3. 3-1. The 3-1 to Ballestero misses outside, and that'll be a 2-out walk. Next up for the Pilots will be the right fielder, Jordan Fiodor. Fiodor grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. And the first pitch to Fiodor is a strike, 0-1. Ballestero gets his lead off at first. And Hill delivers the pitch. And that one's grounded to the third baseman. And a high throw and over the head of the first baseman. And that'll be an E5. So next up will be the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds, with runners on first and third and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Hill looks in, gets the signs, and delivers the first pitch to Reynolds. And he drops in a breaking ball, and it'll be 0-1. The 0-1 to Reynolds is swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 is way up for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the bases are loaded for Cameron Reynolds. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, and the Pilots leave the bases loaded here in the third, but they still hold on to a 2-1 lead. Leading off for Utica will be the left fielder, L.J. Bryant. Bryant came in hitting .247. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 is off the glove of, or it did hit him. Get first base.
Now that the first baseman, number 28, Dewey Roden.
Next up for Utica will be Dewey Roden. He walked his last time up. And Scully throws over. And that'll not be in time. Bryant gets his lead again, and they got him picked off here. And Dupulchon tags him out. And that'll be the first out here in the fourth. And the first pitch has swung on and missed. 0-1. And the second pitch bounces in there, and it'll be 1-1. And the 1-1 to Roden is in there. 1-2. The 1-2 is in there for strike 3, and Roden strikes out looking. And Roden is not pleased with that call. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Alex Cornell. He comes up to the plate with 2 outs here in the fourth. He struck out looking his first time up. And the first pitch to him will miss for ball 1. The 1-0 to Cornell is fouled off. 1-1. The 1-1 misses high. 2-1. And Cornell takes that one, and it'll be 2-2. Scully delivers 2-2 pitch, and Cornell checks it, and they said he did not go. So it'll be a full count to Cornell. The 3-2 to Cornell is swung on and missed. And that'll be the final out here in the top of the fourth.
20, Ryan Lee.
Leading off for the Pilots here in the bottom of the fourth inning will be the left fielder, Ryan Lee. The first pitch to Lee almost hits him. So it'll be 1-0. And Lee swings and misses on the second pitch. 1-1. And Lee swings again and misses. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 to Lee is grounded foul. And Hill delivers the 1-2. And that'll be up for ball two. 2-2. And the 2-2 is swung on a miss. And Ryan Lee strikes out. Next up will be the leadoff hitter, the second baseman, Michael Gorman. Gorman hit a sacrifice fly his last time up. The first pitch to Gorman bounces, and it'll be 1-0. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 is grounded to the third baseman. The third baseman can't come up with that one cleanly, and Gorman reaches. Next up for the Pilots will be the third baseman, David Bermudez. He comes up to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first. The first pitch to Bermudez gets past the catcher, and it'll be 1-0. Gorman advances to second. So once again, the Pilots have a runner in scoring position. And Bermudez flies out to center. Gorman tags and slides in safely. Next up will be the DH, Alan Murphy.
Number 5, Alan Murphy.
And according to the umpires, Gorman left second early, and they call him out after they appealed. So that'll end the inning. Leading off for Utica will be their catcher, Tim Mira. And the first pitch to Mira bounces 1-0. The 1-0 to Mira bounces again 2-0. Mira reached on an error his last time up. And the 2-0 is grounded to third. Bermudez fields it, fires, and gets him at first. So there will be one out here in the top of the fifth. Next up will be the center fielder, Aaron Pervisky. He flew out to center his last time up. The first pitch to Pervisky is fouled off. 0-1. The 0-1 is up high for 1-1. The 1-1 is popped up into center. Reynolds comes in and makes the play. And there will be two outs. Next up for Utica will be the shortstop, Tyler Simon. Simon is 1 for 2 with a run scored so far today. The first pitch to Simon is up there for 1-0. The 1-0 is ground to third. Bermudez fields it, fires, and that'll end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. Your Pilots still lead 2-1. Leading off for the Pilots here in the bottom of the fifth will be the DH, Alan Murphy. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And the first pitch to Murphy has popped up. De Leon is underneath it. And he will make the play for the first out of the fifth.
Now then, the shortstop from Monmouth, Louisiana, number 7, Dylan Duplichin.
Up next for the Pilots is the shortstop, Dylan Duplichin. The first pitch to Duplichin is swung on and grounded past the third baseman, and that'll be a one-out single. Up next for your Pilots is the first baseman, number 10, Sean Hillis. Hillis comes up to the plate with one out and a runner on first. Hill looks over at first and delivers the pitch, and Hillis flies one out to the center fielder, who comes in and makes a sliding catch, but they say he did not catch the ball. But they do get the force out at second. So there will be two outs.
The catcher from Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Tate Ballestero.
Hitting next for the Pilots will be the catcher, Tate Ballestero. He comes up with a runner on first and two outs. And Ballestero bounces, and it'll be 1-0. Hillis gets his lead. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Hillis might want to be careful over there at first, as he got picked off last time he got there. The 1-1 to Ballestero bounces, and that one gets past the catcher, and Hillis gets to second standing up. And once again, the Pilots have a runner in scoring position. Hillis gets his lead at second. Hill gets a sign, gives Hillis a look, and delivers. Up high, 3-1. The 3-1 to Ballestero misses up high again, and it'll be a walk.
Now then, the right fielder from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, number 15, Jordan Fior.
Next up for the Pilots will be the right fielder, Jordan Theodore. He comes up to the plate with runners on first and second and two outs. And it looks like we will have a pitching change. And we will be right back after he throws his warm-ups. Now pitching for Utica is the right-hander, number 35, Casey Keller. He will try to get the Blue Sox out of this first and second two-out jam here in the fifth. And Jordan Theodore steps up to the plate. And the first pitch to Theodore is in there for strike one, 0-1. The 0-1 to Theodore almost hit him, and it will be 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. 1-2. Keller is taking a lot of time looking at the signs. And they seem to not be on the same page here. And finally he comes set and delivers the 1-2. And that's in the dirt. So 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. And Keller delivers up high, and it'll be 3-2. So the runners will be going here with 2 outs. And Theodore takes a close one, but draws a walk. And the bases are now loaded for the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds. The Pilots have had lots of trouble with runners in scoring position today. And Reynolds looks to turn things around here. The first pitch to Reynolds is swung on and missed. 0-1. Keller comes set, delivers the 0-1. In there for 0-2. Keller gets his signs. Once again, he's taking a lot of time. And the umpire calls timeout. Keller comes set. The 0-2 is swung on and fouled off. And we will do that again. The 0-2 again is grounded to third. The third baseman steps on third, and that'll end the inning. So once again, the Pilots cannot cash in with runners in scoring position. As we head to the top of the sixth, your Pilots still lead 2-1. Leading off for Utica here in the 6th will be their designated hitter, Robbie Young. Mike Scully comes into this inning, having retired the last 10 batters that he has faced. And Young shows bunt, but it misses for ball 1. The 1-0 to Young is in there for strike 1. The 1-1 to Young, he shows bunt again. But it'll be ball 2. And the 2-1 to Young is grounded through the left side for a leadoff single.
Second base, number 29, Lewis De Leon.
Next up for Utica will be the second baseman, Luis De Leon. De Leon comes up with a runner on first and nobody out. Young gets his lead over there at first. Scully delivers the first pitch, and that'll be in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 bounces. 1-1. Young gets his lead over there at first. Scully delivers. And that one's off the glove of Ballestero. And Young will get into second standing. So the Utica Blue Sox have a runner in scoring position here in the 6th. And Scully steps off. Gets back on the mound. Gets a sign. Comes set. Delivers. And that one misses. And it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike. Scully gets the sign. Comes set. Looks at second. Delivers. And that one bounces, and that'll be a walk. And Young moves to third.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 6.
Now batting for Utica is the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. And the first pitch to Hatcher is outside for ball 1. And the second pitch is grounded off the glove of the diving Michael Gorman, and it trickles into center, and the Blue Sox have tied the game at 2 here in the 6th.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 7, L.J. Bryant.
Now batting is the left fielder, L.J. Bryant. And we will have a mound visit. So Bryant comes up to the plate with runners on first and second and nobody out. There's still no action in the Newark bullpen. Bryant is 0 for 1 and was hit by a pitch. Scully comes set, delivers, and it'll be low for ball 1. The 1-0 is up for ball 2. Scully is certainly working himself into some trouble here. The 2-0 misses. 3-0. One more ball and the bases will be loaded with nobody out. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. Just at the inside corner. 3-1. And the home plate umpire calls time. The 3-1 to Bryant misses, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
First base number 28, Dewey Rodin.
Now hitting for Utica is the first baseman, Dewey Rodin. And we have some action in the Pilots' bullpen. It looks to be Chris LeVere. Rodin takes a ball in the dirt. So it'll be 1-0 to Rodin. Scully comes set, delivers the 1-0, and that one swung on and missed. 1-1. A ground ball would certainly be huge for Scully. The 1-1 bounces again, and a nice block by Ballestero to keep the runner at third. Scully gets the sign, comes set, delivers the 2-1, and it's in there for a strike, 2-2. The 2-2 is inside for ball 3. And one more ball, and Scully will walk in a run. The 3-2 is popped up to center. Cameron Reynolds backs up and gets underneath it. He'll make the play. And the runners will both advance. And a run will score. So the Blue Sox take a 3-2 lead here in the 6th.
Now the third base number 13, Alex Cornell.
Now batting is the third baseman, Alex Cornell. And it looks like we will have a pinch hitter instead. It will not be Alex Cornell. It'll be Ryan Enos. Enos takes the first pitch for a ball, and it'll be 1-0. And that one misses, 2-0. So runners on second and third with one out. 2-0 count to Enos. Scully comes set, delivers. That one swung on and missed. 2-1. As Chris LeVere is still warming up in the Pilots bullpen. The 2-1 to Enos. Misses outside. 3-1. This will likely be Scully's last batter, as LeVere has been warming up out there for a while now. The 3-1 is in there for a strike. 3-2. The 3-2 is fouled off. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on, and the 3-2 pitch is grounded foul down the left field line. So it remains 3-2. Scully gets the signs, comes set, delivers the 3-2, and that one's fouled off again. So once again, we will do 3-2. The 3-2 is grounded off the glove of Bermudez. And another run will score, and the Blue Sox extend their lead to 4-2.
The catcher, number 21, Tim Mura.
And that'll be it for Scully as Coach Quinn comes out to make a pitching change. Coming in for the Pilots will be number 24, Chris LeVere. And as soon as he finishes his warm-up tosses, we will be back. And Lavere has finished his warm-up tosses. And now batting for Utica will be the catcher, Tim Mira. One out, runner on third and first. And the runner from first takes off and steals second standing. Lavere looks in, gets the signs, comes set. Delivers the 0-1. And that one swung on a miss. 0-2. The 0-2 is up high for ball one. Lavere comes set. The 1-2 is popped up to center field. Reynolds makes the play. Tagging is De Leon. He will score. And the Blue Sox now lead 5-2.
Now back, the center fielder, number 15, Aaron Previsky.
Now batting is number 15, Aaron Previsky. He comes up to the plate with a runner in second and 2 outs. Lavere's first pitch is fouled off. And the 0-1 is into center field. And another run will score. And it is now 6-2 Utica.
The shortstop, number 2, Tyler Simon.
So Utica has put together a pretty big 6th inning here as they have scored 5 runs to take a 6-2 lead. And next up for Utica will be the shortstop, Tyler Simon. Previsky gets his lead over at first. The first pitch to Simon is in there for a strike, 0-1. Lavere gives Previsky a look over there at first. Comes set, delivers, and the runner is going, but Simon pops that one up. Gorman is underneath it. He'll make the play, and the inning is finally over. After 5.5 innings, your Pilots now trail 6-2. Stepping up to the plate first for the Pilots here in the bottom of the 6th inning will be the left fielder, Ryan Lee. Through 5 innings, the Pilots have left 11 men on base, which is certainly not good. And the first pitch to Lee is down for ball 1. The 1-0 to Lee is up high for ball 2. Keller delivers the 2-0, and Lee follows it straight back. It'll be 2-1. The 2-1 is way outside, 3-1. And the 3-1 is just outside. Leadoff walk for Ryan Lee.
Second base from New York, number 3, Michael Gorman.
Stepping up to the plate is the second baseman, Michael Gorman. The first pitch to Gorman bounces in there, and Lee will get the second standing up. So once again, the Pilots have a runner in scoring position. And the 1-0 to Gorman misses, 2-0. The 2-0 is grounded to third, off the chest, regains, fires, gets him at first. Lee moves to third on the throw to first. Now batting for the Pilots is the third baseman, David Bermudez. The first pitch to Bermudez hits the outside corner, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 is grounded to short. Lee will score. So it'll be an RBI ground out for David Bermudez. And the Pilots now trail by 3.
Now the designated hitter from Richmond, New York, number 5, Alan Murphy.
Now batting for the Pilots is number 5, Alan Murphy. The first pitch to Murphy is swung on and missed. 0-1. Murphy seems to like swinging at the first pitch. The first 3 times up, he has done so. And that one swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 to Murphy hits him. And he will go to first with 2 outs. Now batting for the Pilots will be the shortstop, Dylan Dupulshan. So Murphy gets his lead over there at first. Keller gives him a look. Comes set. Delivers the first pitch to Duple. Keller gets set, delivers, and Dupleshawn lines one out to the left fielder, and that'll end the inning. And Chris Lavere comes out in his second inning of work. And leading off for Utica here in the seventh will be the DH, Robbie Young. Young takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 is popped up into shallow right. Coming in is Theodore, and he'll make the play.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 29, Luis De Leon.
Now batting for Utica is the second baseman, Luis De Leon. The first pitch to him is outside, 1-0. De Leon follows the second pitch straight back here. So it'll be 1-1. The 1-1 from Lavere is swung on and looped over the leaping Dylan Dupleshawn. And it'll be a one-out single for De Leon.
The right fielder, number 6, Josh Hatcher.
Next up will be the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. He comes up to the plate with one out and a runner on first. De Leon gets his lead over there at first. Lavere gives him a look, comes set, and misses for ball 1. And the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. De Leon gets his lead over there at first. LeVere comes set and throws it. Hatcher follows that one off. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner on first. And LeVere delivers. That's up high, 3-2. So let's see if the runner at first will be going, as it is 3-2 with 1 out. The 3-2 is fouled off, and the runner was not going. Once again, it is 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. LeVere's pitch is nubbed in front of the plate. Ballestero fields it, thinks about second, but throws to first, and there will be 2 outs. Now batting for Utica is the left fielder, L.J. Bryant. So he comes up to the plate with a runner on second and 2 outs. And Bryant takes the first pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. 0-1. LeVere gets his signs, comes set, and delivers. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2. So 0-2 to Bryant. And that pitch misses. It'll be 1-2. LeVere comes set, delivers the 1-2, and that one's fouled straight back. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. And that'll end the top of the 7th. Now pitching for Utica is number 47, Andrew Braun. Sean Hillis will lead off the bottom of the 7th for your Newark Pilots.
Leading off for your Pilots, the first baseman from Derby, Connecticut, number 10, Sean Hillis.
And Braun's first pitch will be in there for a strike. 0-1 to Hillis. The 0-1 is way outside, 1-1. The 1-1 is inside again. It'll be 2-1. And Hillis says that one hit him. But the home plate umpire does not agree. So Hillis will get back in the box, and it'll be 2-1. The 2-1 misses up, 3-1. The 3-1 is hit into the gap in left center, but the center fielder will make the play, and that'll be the first out here in the 7th.
From Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Tate Ballestero.
Next up will be the catcher, Tate Ballestero. Ballestero has walked 3 times so far today. And he will step up to the right side of the plate this time, as there is a lefty now into the game. And the first pitch to him is fouled off down the right field line. It'll be 0-1. And the second pitch to Ballestero will miss just outside, and the count will even up at 1. The 1-1 from Braun is fouled off, and it'll be 1-2. And the umpire calls time. Ballestero gets back into the box. The 1-2 from Braun is grounded to third. Ballestero will be out at first.
Now batting, the right fielder from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, number 15, Jordan Fiedler.
Now batting for the Pilots will be the right fielder, number 15, Jordan Fiedler. The first pitch to Fiedler is grounded up the middle, and that'll be a 2-out single.
Now batting, the center fielder from Cherryville, North Carolina.
Next up
number 11,
will be the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds. So he comes up with a runner on first and 2 outs. Braun gets the sign, comes set, looks over at first, and delivers. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Reynolds is behind 0-1. The 0-1 to Reynolds is swung on and missed. So it'll be 0-2. The 0-2 to Reynolds is hit him in the leg, the umpire says, so he will be awarded first base. Coming up to the plate now for the Pilots will be the left fielder, Ryan Lee. There's action in the Utica bullpen. So runners on first and second with 2 outs for. The first pitch to Lee is inside, ball 1. Braun gets the signs, comes set. Looks back at second and steps off. And the 1-0 to Lee is in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball by Braun. So it is 1-1. And he fakes the throw to second. The 1-1 hits the outside corner, and it is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Lee, and he swings and misses, and he will try to go to first, but the throw will be in time, and that'll end the inning. So after 7 innings, your Newark Pilots trail 6-3. So Chris Laver is still out there, and leading off for Utica here in the 8th
Leading off for Utica, their first baseman, number 28.
will be number 28, Dewey Roden. LeVert's first pitch to Rodin is fouled off up the first baseline. And it'll be an 0-1. The 1 to Rodin is lined into the gap in right center, and that'll one-hop the wall. Reynolds fields it, fires it into Gorman, but that'll be a leadoff double.
Now then, the third baseman, number 10, Ryan Enos.
So that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Enos. First pitch to Enos is swung on and missed, 0-1. The 0-1 to Enos is lined to left, and that'll get into the corner. Rodin will score. Enos will get to second, and that'll be an RBI double. And it's now 7-3 Blue Sox.
Number 21, Tim Mira.
Next up for Utica will be the catcher, Tim Mira. Tim Mira steps up to the plate with a runner on second and nobody out. And that one bounces in there. It'll be 1-0. And there's nobody up in the Pilots bullpen as of right now. But they have very limited options out there, as many are either hurt or going home. The 1-0 to Mira just misses, and it'll be 2-0. The 2-0 is in there for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed again, and he is struck out.
Now then, the center fielder, number 15, Aaron Previsky.
Out batting is Aaron Pervisky, the center fielder. And that one's inside for ball 1. Lavera gets his sign. Looks at second. Delivers the 1-0. And that was popped up. Ballesteros back, but it will be out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch is grounded to short. Dupulshan fields, fires, and gets him at first. And there will be 2 outs. That'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Simon. Simon comes up with 2 outs and runner on third. And the first pitch to Simon is popped up into shallow center. Coming in is Reynolds, but Gorman cuts up in front of him, and that ball drops. So Simon will reach at first, and another run scores. So it is now 8-3. And that'll bring up the DH, Robbie Young. The first pitch to Young is up, and it is 1-0. The 1-0 is swung on and hit up against the center field wall. Going back is Reynolds. He fires it in to Dupulshan, and another run scores, and it'll be an RBI double.
The second base, number 29, Luis De Leon.
The Blue Sox now lead 9-3. And that brings up the second baseman, Luis De Leon. And the first pitch to him misses. 1-0. The 1-0 is inside again, and Ballestero fires to second, but it'll be not in time. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. That one bounces, and the runner advances to third. And the 3-0 is in there for a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 is swung on and lined into right. Theodore is there. He'll make the play. Or no, he dropped it. They say he dropped it on the transfer, so he will be out. And that'll end the top of the 8th. Leading off in the bottom of the 8th inning is number 3, Michael Gorman. And there's a new pitcher on the mound for Utica, number 44, Bradley Tuttle. His first pitch is a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 is way outside, 2-0. The 2-0 to Gorman is way outside again, 3-0. The 3-0 to Gorman hits the outside corner, and it is 3-1. The 3-1 to Gorman is fouled straight back, and it'll be a full count. The 3-2 pitch is in there for strike 3, and Gorman goes down looking. That'll bring up the third baseman, David Bermudez. The first pitch to Bermudez is fouled straight back, so it'll be 0-1. The 0-1 is in there for 0-2. And Bermudez did not like that call. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. And Tuttle strikes out the first 2 batters that he has faced. And that'll bring up the DH, Alan Murphy. The first pitch to Murphy is in there for a strike, and Murphy did not like that one. The 0-1 to Murphy is swung on and lined to left. And a nice sliding catch there by Utica's left fielder, L.J. Bryant. So your Pilots trail 9-3 after 8 innings of play. Now on the mound for your Newark Pilots is number 25, Dylan Blanchard.
Leading off for the Blue Sox, third right fielder number 6, Josh Hatcher.
And leading off for the Blue Sox is the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. And Ballesteros seems to have a problem with his glove. So he will go over and get a new one. So Ballesteros has a new glove and he looks ready to go. And Blanchard delivers his first pitch of the night, and it'll be low for a ball. And that is 2-0. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. 2-1. The 2-1 is grounded up the middle. Bermudez fields, fires, just gets him. So the shift worked there as Bermudez was playing all the way up the middle. Now batting for Utica is the left fielder, L.J. Bryant. First pitch to Bryant is outside, 1-0. And that one misses, 2-0. And Bryant foul tips that one. And it'll be 2-1. The 2-1 from Blanchard misses up, and it is 3-1. And the 3-1 is swung on and missed, 3-2. Blanchard's 3-2 is popped up behind the plate. Ballesteros back, but that'll be over the fence. And the 3-2 from Blanchard is just outside, and Bryant works himself a walk.
Now batting the first base number 28, Dewey Roden.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Dewey Roden. So Roden will come up with a runner on first and one out. It'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup here. The first pitch from Blanchard is lined to right. Theodore Fields throws it into second. And Bryant will move to third. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Enos. He'll come up with runners on first and third and 1 out. Enos doubled the center his last time up. The first pitch to Enos is grounded to third. Bermudez Fields fires to second. On to first. It's an inning-ending double play. There's a new pitcher on the mound for Utica, and it'll be number 3, Ryan McWilliams. And leading off for the Pilots will be the shortstop, Dylan Dupulshan. The Pilots will need at least 6 runs to keep this game going. The first pitch to Dupulshan is outside for ball 1. And Dupulshan checks his swing, and they say he went, so it'll be 1-1. That one bounces in there, and it hits off the catcher, and he seems to be in a lot of pain right there as he's on the ground rolling around. So we will be back when play resumes.